Hello, this is a Hall of Fame film from the North American server. I am in my Pz38nA and we are on Malinovka standard mode southeast spawn. A scout's dream to get this map, especially when there's only one opposing scout, another 38NA. 3 artillery apiece. We have a lot of heavies, a lot of Japanese heavies. The enemy team has a better mix of forces. And while they're more mobile, it may not work in their advantage, because if our Japanese heavies go up on top of the hill, it's theirs. And from there, whatever's left over from my initial spotting, we should be able to wipe the map pretty easily here if we play together. We have a huge armor advantage on them, and we have a scouting advantage. I'm pretty confident of that. And that's a deadly combination on Malinovka. Shouldn't have hit that tree. That was a potential indicator of my presence that I didn't need to do. Pulling up here into the bush at the edge of the F5, E5. Start getting spots. And now I just sit and wait. We have a lot of heavies moving up toward the hill, which is awesome, and we have about 4 or 5 tanks down south that'll be able to shoot at my spots. So here, all I have to do is sit here and basically be a combat controller, call in strikes on specific tanks, try to encourage focus fire. Calling in potential to the Cromwell, because if he dips back to the southwest, he could potentially give away my position. So he's turning north and back. Shouldn't have to worry about him again, because our heavies are all moving up into that area. That's going to discourage him from coming back. Their Pz38nA makes a late rush into the middle and doesn't get very far before he dies. So now they have no scout at all, and we have complete positional advantage on them in the south, and we're about to gain it in the north. If they go to the hill, their mediums will beat our heavies at the hill, but once our heavies slog their way up there and they meet face to face, those heavies are going to overwhelm the mediums unless the heavies play really poorly. So I would say within the next 2 to 3 minutes of the fight, we should own the battlefield. And it's just going to be a matter of picking off the tanks as we go from there. And it looks like their mediums are going up on the hill. They have very little chance of defeating that force of heavies headed at them. In the meantime, I'm thinking if this TD gets killed, I'm going to move across to the west and see what else I can find for my team. We only have a 2-tank lead at the moment, but we have a huge lead in damage because we've been belting these guys as they move out. I'm trying to pick off the 100 wide, I just don't get it. I accidentally switched to the wrong ammo. Now he's gone, I'm going to immediately move west. And I do that just in case there's somebody up in these bushes, they won't see me. And if I get over to these bushes, then I can try to figure out how I want to infiltrate further, but there's an artillery, so I'm going to get this sight in. And I get spotted, so I have to move into this gully in the middle, try to get concealment back. Take out the arty as I go, and there's a KV-1 off to my left. Go and move these log fences and bushes for cover and concealment as he starts moving back. Just go and sit here, keep him spotted. I'll be able to shoot at the side here in a second. He's behind those bushes, but the 100 wide takes him out. So now it's off to the northwest and help out my team as they just have won control of the hill. They're going to be moving to the west across the northern flank. With eyes from the south and guns from the north, this is going to end up being a bigger mismatch than it is now. We have a 5-tank lead. We have huge positional advantage they really don't have much hope left. The Cromwell took out the 58 and went by the 58 and is coming straight toward me. So I'm going to try to shoot at him and use this dead TD as some cover while I take shots at him as he comes in. Hopefully I can get enough damage on him to win this matchup. One more shot. If I beat him to it, I win. There he goes. Now time to go find the Artie. Their two heavies are up north. One already just fired at me. E8's moving south. Let's see if I can shoot this guy. Throw it over his head. E8's still moving south. I don't want to sit here too long and try to pick off that Artie because he reloads pretty fast. So I'm going to start moving back toward the center because that E8 looks like he's coming down to the south. I don't want to be sitting up there in open terrain with him coming at me. So I'm keeping a watch on him appearing, and here he comes. Shooting at an OI from 611 meters with this gun is mostly just hoping a miracle happens, but it's fun. I'm just seeing if I can find a spot where I can penetrate him, and I didn't really expect to. E8's closing in on me, so I'll come back in the gully, move back to the north. I'm just going to try to swing around to him. 67's moving in on him. 100Y is going to have a shot at him soon. I'm going to move back to the north and hopefully find the Artie. I know where the one guy is. I don't know where the AMX is. There is the artillery. You must die because you shot at me. E8, I'm going to get the shooting to the side of the E8. Still don't know where that last Artie is. Somewhere to the northwest probably. Or to the north. He has to be to the north somewhere. And right now as I'm moving forward, I'm like, please don't let this dude get a lucky shot and kill me. I know I have a decent mission. I don't know how good it is, but I know it's a good one. I don't want to die. There he is. Oh, he's behind a little hill. I may get a little shot at him. I probably get one shot before he dies because there's two heavies closing in on him. If I miss my shot, the heavy doesn't. Game over. I end up with 802 damage and 3 kills, but that's really where I hurt the enemy the most. I got 22 of 27 shooting, 81%, 4,386 spotting damage, assisted damage, and 14 spots, and that's where I really put a dagger in their heart. I earned 9,978 credits, earned 2,484 XP and survived the fight, got a patrol duty and scout medals, plus spotter and fire for effect mini medals, and that gives me a battle score of 2,544. About 50-60 points behind Dark Ninja's first place score. Puts me in the second place. Pull up into the bush right on the edge of EF5. Spot for my team, just sit there and try to direct fire and get a couple kills out of it. Watch my team full of heavies moving to the north, and it's like, yes, this is going to be a good fight because everybody's doing what they should be doing. As the enemy's southern flank wore down, I was able to move farther to the west to keep getting spots for my team. And then it's just a matter of using the terrain to try to stay out of line of fire of the bigger guns and still provide spots and damage as we wind up the fight. And it ends up becoming a very solid mission. As a matter of fact, that was my max score in a Pz38nA so far. So now I have a new goal to try to beat. From Malinovka, standard mode, southeast spawn, pulling up to E5 and spotting for my team. Happy hunting.